Hi, everyone. Welcome to Flight School, where we look at some fun and interesting ways to use Goose to automate things for us. The last few videos were about running in headless mode, and today we're going to look at using Goose in headless mode with recipes. We have some great content on our site about recipes, including a cookbook of recipes that you can search and use. If you find something really useful that you build into a recipe, send that to us in a pull request. Today, we're going to make a recipe for grabbing some news and doing some basic sentiment analysis on the content, and look at running that in headless mode using our operating system's scheduled task system called cron. Now, even though we want to run this in headless mode, we're going to start with the UI version of Goose to build our recipe. We're going to click on Recipes, Create Recipe, and then we fill in everything here. Now, we pre-populate this right now, but we can change this to whatever we want it to be. So we're going to give it a title here. We're going to call it Hacker News. And we need to give it a description. We're just going to say fetch the headlines and sentiment analysis. Now I've pasted in some instructions here that say you're an assistant, you're going to build me an HTML page. We're going to grab the 20 most recent posts on Hacker News. We're going to read each post in parallel, do some basic sentiment analysis, and then write it into a card-based HTML page and give it some instructions on how I'd like it to be colored, and then where we want it to store that final page. Now with a normal recipe, you might make some activities that show up as little bubbles that you can click in Goose to actually run the recipe, or we can start a prompt so the user can just send that to start the work. In headless mode, we have to have a prompt. So we're just going to add one here, and we're just going to say, fetch the news. We don't really need any of these activities, and we're going to call our recipe Hacker News. We'll make it global so we can use this anywhere, anytime, and we'll go ahead and create that recipe. Now that we have that saved, let's go see where those recipes are actually stored on our system so that we can test this out. If you're on a Mac or Linux machine, it's probably going to be stored under the config Goose folder under your home directory. And inside there, we're going to have a folder called recipes. And sure enough, there's our Hacker News. So let's go take a look at what's inside that file. Okay, so we see our title, we see our description, our instructions, and we see our prompt here. So we should be good to go and to give this a test. So we'll do goose run -- recipe, and we give it the path to that file. And then we're going to add our no session flag here at the end, just so this work doesn't show up in our chat history. Now, while that's running, I used a really specific word in our recipe to go fetch each news article in parallel. This should launch a subagent in Goose for each article, so we don't have to wait for Goose to go scan 20 individual pieces in sequence. It should go grab each one at the same time. We see here that it ran in parallel mode with our subagents. Okay, we see that the execution completed. It ran all 20 tasks, 100% success rate. Now it's going through and it's extracting the information out of each of the posts. And here we can see the sentiment analysis script that it wrote for itself, and we can see the final HTML that it made. Let's go see what this looks like in our browser. Here's our resulting page. It gave us 20 total stories, 8 positive, 6 negative, 6 neutral. It kind of colored everything green for good, blue for not so good, gray for neutral. And if we click on any of the titles, it clicks straight through to that article in a new tab in our browser for us. The last piece that we need is to get this scheduled to run on a regular basis. We could go into our operating system scheduler like cron on Mac and Linux or task scheduler on Windows, but we can get Goose to do that for us too. If we type goose schedule -- help, we'll see some information on the commands that we can run to add a new scheduled task, list out what we already have set up, and so on. If we run goose schedule add -- help, it'll give us some help information about how to add a new task. We see that we need an ID value. We need to set up our cron syntax for what time and what day we want to run this, as well as the recipe source. So here's the command that we need. We're going to say goose schedule add. We're going to give it an ID value called Hacker News, and then we're going to set up our cron syntax in this way. We're going to say at the top of every hour, Between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., we have to write this in 24-hour clock format. Every day of every month, but only running Monday through Friday. Those are days 1 through 5. And then we give it the path to our recipe source. And now that's been added. If we run Goose schedule list, we see that we've got our new task scheduled here. We see the cron time here of when it's scheduled to run, and we see the full path to our recipe. Headless mode is a powerful way to use Goose, where you just need Goose to do something without any interaction. It's especially great at background tasks, and the subagent mode where it can do a bunch of work on Parallel is really fantastic. Storing all that work in a recipe allows you to easily reuse it and share it with others. So if you come up with a great recipe, submit it to our cookbook in a pull request, and come join our Discord server to tell us what you've made so we can try it out. See you next time.